What's up, guys? Mr. Knows Hoops back today with another video, and today I am going to be talking about the red-hot Cleveland Cavaliers, who are currently on a 12-1 streak, I guess, over the last 13 games, getting them now 4th in the East, currently ranked over the Philadelphia 76ers at 30-16, with 16th in offense, which makes sense. I mean, you've lost Mobley and Darius Garland for a good chunk of the year, but they're 2nd in defense. So, without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We can hit 600 subs. I'm not worried about that in February. I want us to get to 650. Again, always got to dream big and go higher. So, let's get right into it, guys. Jarrett Allen is one of the biggest reasons that they went on this run, and honestly, one of the few reasons they're in 2nd in defense. Jarrett Allen's getting you 15, 11, and 3 on 65 from the field. 0 from 3. I mean, he also doesn't take any, so you could just say not available. And 75 from the line with 2 stocks or steals and blocks combined. So let's get right into it. What has Jarrett Allen been helping to do? The first thing is I love the way that JB Bickerstaff has helped integrate him more offensively and sort of making teams have to address him in different ways. After that playoffs, especially against the Knicks, you could kind of see the lack of the offensive generation or generating by the bigs themselves was going to be a bit of an issue. So you can see that Bickerstaff here is clearly caring about trying to get more involved, right? Runs a little bit of the staggered screen action, goes out to Strus. Beautiful bounce right to Allen. When Brook Lopez already had committed, goes over, strong finish. That's a great play by Jarrett Allen there, and that's the right play, right? And again, that's what I've been liking a lot about when I've been having to watch this film with the Cavs, or even just catching some of their games. The way they've been integrating their bigs just looks so much more natural now. It seems so much more free-flowing, right? Like here, you get a little off-ball screen to LeVert, which runs into another staggered off-ball action here for LeVert, who waits, right, until Brook jumps, commits to that action. Jarrett Allen, easy catch right up for the dunk. Again, him being more involved offensively makes them more dangerous. And obviously, we have to talk about the defense. He's one of the biggest reasons they're the number 2 defense in the NBA right now. Right, Bogdanovich is about to go up, waits. Okongwu, 12 seconds, right? Niang sort of gone up, boom, blocked by Allen. Again, the patience / ability to read when a guy is fully going to be able to go up is huge. And Jarrett Allen here, by the way, this is a moment of more high IQ from Jarrett Allen, right? So Capella's going to flip over here to the left, or I guess on watching it from his perspective, the right, the block right here, right, close to the dunker spot. And he's going to go and pass it, right? That's just how Trey likes to play. But Jarrett knows that. And again, that's one of those moments where you could tell Jarrett is just paying more attention. Not that he didn't before, but it's just those things you watch a player progress and notice and pick up on trends against certain opponents more, right? Same thing here. DeJounte is going to go and try and feed it to Clint. But you see Jarrett's hand is already ready to tip it up and start a play. And that, to me, Jarrett Allen's by far, to me, the second biggest reason that they've been able to go on this streak. Just because defensively, he's been able to help them hold it down. And offensively, he hasn't just been as big of a liability in terms of, like, is he going to score tonight? Is he going to get involved? I love the way that JB Bickerstaff has sort of adjusted this team post-playoffs, especially, first of all, without Garland and Mobley for 20-plus games now. And to me, that's huge. To be able to adjust like that as a coach, you earn my sort of respect. Now, obviously, we got to wait a little bit and see it in the playoffs and see if it translates again, or if the lack of offensive generation from the bigs is going to be an issue. But the next thing I sort of want to talk about are the following 2 players. The first one is going to be a bit of a shock, but Isaac Okoro has been playing low-key elite perimeter defense this season. So let me give you some stats. So versus Jaylen Brown in 2 games they played, he held Jaylen Brown to 12.5% from the field. Against Damian Lillard in 4 games, so much bigger sample, held Dame to 27% from the field. And then versus Paolo, 25% with a 3-game sample size. Now, again, I don't think Isaac Okoro is the greatest defender in the league or of all time or anything. but you're second in defense for a reason. And I think it's because Isaac Okoro has really helped sort of figure himself out defensively, and that's huge. So I kind of want to get into that a little bit. And the second guy I want to talk about was Caris LeVert, who's giving you 15, 3, and 4 on 43 from the field, 34 from 3, and 76 from the line. But my thing is, this team, according to Basketball Reference, when you look, have 4 15-plus point per game scorers. You have Mitch, Darius Garland, Mobley, and Caris LeVert. That's huge. To be able to get, 45, about 70 points from 4 guys alone is huge. But without further ado, I want to get into Isaac Okoro's defense here. Goodness, guys. I'm sorry. And let's get right into it. So coming up here on Dame, right? Isaac Okoro just gets in the chair, right? Like, just waits. Just stands his ground. And you can see Dame here is trying to get a foul too, but Okoro just sticks right on him. Nothing. Like, it's just that peskiness and fight that is so profound to watch, right? So Okoro's automatically getting back. Dame goes to get the ball. Okoro literally stops going backwards to make sure Dame is covered. They run the Brook Lopez pick. They fight over. Even with Allen out of the action here, yet again, Okoro gets the ball out of Dame's hands, forcing things to get really uncomfortable, right? Like, again, just take a look, right? Boom. That left arm is in Dame's path, stopping him from being able to really do anything. You can see him trying to get the rip and follow through, but Okoro's strength stops him from really being able to sell the action. And at that point, by the way, it's almost a travel. So what Okoro does here, and then tries to help and force Brook Lopez to get a turnover. And moments like that are things that aren't recorded on the stat sheet. Like, Isaac Okoro on the stat sheet, it only has a steal and like 0.9 blocks, right? But when you watch the film and the footage and the tape, it tells you that this guy is playing really, really good perimeter defense against really, really good offensive players, right? So let's get right into it. The final clip here I got from Okoro defensively. Fighting Dame, right? And Dame's trying to get a foul here, but again, just sticks on him like glue and refuses to let up and let Dame get comfortable. And then let's get into Caris LeVert as a scorer. And I just think he's taking such easier opportunities. Great pass here to Strus as he's coming back. LeVert gets Kawhi to bite on the 3 ball. And at that point, just waits and goes up. Like, to me, that's beautifully played basketball. Like, that's much higher IQ than we've seen from Caris LeVert in the past, to be 100% honest. And this right here is a big reason why their defense has been the reason for their streak. As well as the offense, has been able to sort of glue it together. It's because of that defense and being able to create these opportunities, right? Caris LeVert just, boom, pushes out ahead of everybody, gets the easy dunk, gets the Cavs back tied into the game. Like, that's huge. Like, that's just huge. And then Donovan Mitchell, who's giving you 28, 6, and 5 on 47 from the field, 35 from 3. Now, the one issue I have is with 35 from 3s. That's on 9 threes a game, which is still good. Maybe if you brought it down to like 7 and that percentage should go back up to like a 37, 38, that's elite three-point shooting to me. And 85 from the line with 2.4 stocks. The man is almost averaging 2 steals a game. Well, let's get into it. I want to talk about Donovan Mitchell. We obviously have him as a scorer, and then we're going to talk about him as a playmaker and even a little bit as a defender, seeing how he's getting these 2 steals a game. Gets Mikal Bridges here one-on-one. Mikal is sort of stuck here, right? Got a tough little position, so he doesn't want to foul. Beautiful up by D-Mitch, right? It's just the ability to make these reads that is so important, right? Huge 3 here by Brooklyn. D-Mitch is running over. And you can see he's sort of calling for an action, right? Tries and gets Mikal off him, which he does. At this point, it's Mikal and him one-on-one. Then he gets Jared Allen right here. Beautiful. Step back. And at the end of the day, this dude is a tough shot maker. That is one of the biggest reasons the Cavs went out to get him. He is going to give you a tough shot and is going to make it. And then I want to talk about him as a passer and a playmaker, right? Look at this, first of all. Terrence Mann is covering this man 96 feet like it's 2K. literally holding on to him already, right? Going to run off here with Jared Allen. Paul George and Terrence Mann have a lapse of communication, so they overcommit. James Harden steps over, but at this point, wide open in the corner, right? And even though, right, like there's a longer play to it, moments like that, and realizing what you're bringing offensively is huge. Because I mean, Garland does come back, you know how to sort of help this team in other ways than just, I'll be our scorer when Garland has the ball in his hands. Right, gets the board. And I just love this push here by Mitchell, right? He slows it down because he sees Mobley's behind him. Daniel Tice here sort of stops, tries to cut off the corner, and I love Mobley's burst. And at this point, he's already behind him. So it's just a great read of go ahead and getting the lob. It's just beautiful plays by D. Mitch. And then there's a steal coming up here that I found really good just because it's showing, again, the defensive IQ. Right, D. Mitch is calling this out. Goes over to Harden, and he's prepared. Right, the way James Harden likes to play, we all know this. He loves that pick and roll with the big, able to get a bounce pass to the rim or a lob. You know, just a nice, easy rim shot created. But no, D. Mitch is in that way and starts immediately again pushing to generate more offense. So guys, this team to me, at the beginning of the year, I was a little concerned because they were struggling. And this is when Garland and Mobley were both playing. They were just not playing good. But man, these last like 20 games, man, are important. Right by All-Star break. Now you're up 14 over 500. And you're second in defense. And now that Garland and Mobley are both back and starting to get back into the flow of things, I mean, this team should only technically get better. So I have no reason to believe otherwise. My only concern is playoff translation for the bigs, specifically offensively. But I'm very impressed. Like, I don't think this Cavs team is like top tier contenders, but they're like, to me, they're starting to reach that tier of like, maybe there's something here of like a dark horse run if things really clicked for them. So as always, guys, this is Hamster Knows Hoops. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is what Cleveland's doing legit? Do you not really care about their, more recent winnings? And going like, okay, they have some nice wins against a team like the Bucks, but they also are beating Washington twice and Chicago and Brooklyn, and they're beating some teams that are like, I mean, are we really that impressed that they're beating who they're supposed to? Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, this is Hamster Knows Hoops. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.